He's more than just a football player. Behind the roar of the crowds and the shining trophies, there's a story few truly know. Gerson Santos da Silva, a name celebrated on the pitch, but what about off of it? Have you ever stopped to wonder how this Brazilian star really lives? What shaped him? What he had to overcome? Born in Belford Roxo, in the gritty outskirts of Rio de Janeiro, Gerson didn't have an easy start. From playing on dusty fields with his father to facing early rejection from Flamengo's youth academy, his path was anything but smooth. Yet something about him stood out, a quiet fire, a determination that couldn't be ignored. He found refuge and purpose in futsal with Fluminense, and by the age of 17, he wasn't just playing, he was dominating. Then came Europe. At just 19, he was sold to Roma for $16 million, and a dream move, maybe. But behind the glamour, there were challenges. New languages, new cultures, new expectations. He pushed through, playing for Roma, then Fiorentina, before returning home in 2019 to join Flamengo. And that's when everything changed. In Rio, Gerson wasn't just a player. He became a symbol. Trophies, glory, unforgettable moments. Over 250 games, champions of everything. And through it all, he earned a nickname that captured his essence. The Joker. A versatile, unpredictable force on the field. But even now, after so many triumphs, there's more to uncover, because Gerson's story isn't just about football, it's about resilience, transformation, and the price of greatness. So, before you think you know everything about him, think again. This is the untold journey of Gerson, and it's just getting started. After making headlines with a $25 million move to Marseille, Gerson shocked everyone when he returned to Flamengo in 2023, and not just any return. It was a record-breaking deal worth $92 million, a statement that Gerson wasn't done making history with the red and black jersey. Then, in April 2025, he renewed his contract until 2030, not just as a player, but as a true leader of the squad. Someone whose presence goes beyond the pitch. But Gerson's story doesn't stop with club success. His journey with the Brazilian national team is filled with chapters that many didn't see coming. From early youth squads to his appearances in World Cup qualifiers with the senior team, his name has echoed in stadiums across continents. And even when his name stirred controversy for previous refusals to join the national squad, Gerson did what he always does best: let his game speak louder. His performances earned him respect and his place. Then came another twist in his journey. In June 2025, it was officially announced that Gerson would be leaving Flamengo once again, this time to Zenit in Russia. A $25 million release clause was activated, closing another powerful chapter with Flamengo, where he once again lifted trophies and earned the love of the fans. And as one door closed, another opened. But who is Gerson when he's not under stadium lights? After his return to Brazil, Gerson settled down in one of Rio's most exclusive areas, Barra da Tijuca, in the city's west zone. His home isn't just a house, it's a reflection of the life he built. A modern mansion valued at around $5 million, designed for both comfort and privacy. With open spaces, leisure areas, and an atmosphere tailored to a high-performance lifestyle, it's where Gerson recharges, where the man behind the jersey lives. And the location, strategic. The house is close to Flamengo's training ground, Ninho do Urubu, offering him both convenience and the peace of mind that comes with living in a secure, closed condominium. But Barra da Tijuca offers something else: community. A place where athletes and celebrities quietly coexist, enjoying privacy without giving up luxury. Gerson, who once called Marseille and Rome home, brought with him a refined taste, a demand for peace, elegance, and above all, freedom. And that's not just reflected in his home, it's in his cars too. Yes, Gerson is a true car enthusiast. His collection isn't just about speed, it's about statement. One of the crown jewels in his garage is the powerful Mercedes-AMG 6 Brabus 800. Priced at nearly $3 million, this beast features a 4.0-liter V8 biturbo engine that delivers 800 horsepower and goes from 0 to 100 km/h in just 4.1 seconds. More than a car, it's an experience, with its bold design and the Brabus B replacing the traditional Mercedes logo. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you see what's parked next to it. Gerson also owns a Lamborghini Urus, a luxury SUV valued at over $2.2 million. With a 650 horsepower V8 biturbo engine, this beauty hits 100 km/h in just 3.6 seconds, combining raw power with elegant design. These two cars aren't just toys, they're symbols of success, of resilience, of a boy from Belford Roxo who dreamed big and refused to settle. From humble beginnings to European stadiums, from rejection to redemption, Gerson's story is far from over. And now, we're inviting you to step off the field and into his world. So, what would you do with this kind of life? Would you live it differently? Or is Gerson living the dream just the way it should be? Tell us in the comments, because this story, like his engine, is still roaring. Gerson isn't just a footballer, he's a man of contrasts. Behind the fierce tackles and explosive runs, there's someone who values loyalty, generosity, and above all, his roots. His taste for luxury is no secret. Bold cars, a stylish lifestyle, choices that reflect his refined and fearless personality. But what truly sets him apart isn't just what he owns, it's what he's willing to give. In 2021, in a moment that deeply moved the flamenco community, Gerson made a gesture that went far beyond the football pitch. Without cameras, without the need for applause, he gifted a brand new car to Clebinho, one of flamenco's longtime kitmen. It was a simple, powerful act, a reminder that success doesn't mean forgetting those who walk beside you, even in the shadows. That moment didn't just reveal Gerson's financial success. It revealed his heart, a generous one. And let's be honest, in today's world, that kind of character speaks louder than any gold celebration. To understand the man he is now, you have to go back to where it all began. Belford Roxo, in the heart of Baixada Fluminense, a place that shaped him, toughened him, and gave him his first football dream. Encouraged by his father, Marcos Antonio, Gerson started playing when most kids were still learning how to tie their shoes. Football was more than just a game. It was a family bond, a mission, a future. His father wasn't just a supporter, he was a mentor, a foundation, and that connection never faded. Even after stepping onto the world stage, even after the fame, the transfers, the interviews, Gerson never cut ties with his beginnings. He embraces them, talks about them, carries them with him like a badge of honor. His story is a living reminder that no matter how far you go, your roots are what keep you grounded. Today he shares his life with Grace Gonçalves, his wife, and together they're raising their daughter, little Giovanna, a bright light in his world. While Gerson prefers to keep his personal life low profile, choosing to protect what matters most, every now and then his social media gives us a glimpse of his softer side. One such moment was a lavish party thrown for Giovanna. Elegant, filled with joy, a celebration fit for a princess. And sure, it probably wasn't cheap, but it was never about money, it was about love. But Gerson's story isn't just about luxury and family. He's also used his voice when it mattered most. In 2020, he stood up and spoke out when he accused Bahia player Indio Ramirez of racial abuse during a match. The case made national headlines, and although it was eventually closed due to lack of evidence, Gerson's courage in addressing such a serious issue inspired thousands. He didn't remain silent. He used his platform, took a stand, and reminded the world that racism has no place, not in football, not anywhere. That moment only strengthened his public image. He wasn't just a player anymore. He was a leader, someone willing to speak uncomfortable truths, a role model, not just for his goals or trophies, but for his principles. So when we look at Gerson today, the stylish athlete in 2025, Gerson's departure from flamenco didn't just make headlines, It lit a fire among fans. The reactions were intense, divided, passionate. For many, it was the end of an era. For others, a necessary step in the journey of a player whose story has always been written in bold. But behind the headlines, the interviews, and the speculation, there's a much deeper story to tell. The story of how Gerson quietly and intelligently built a solid fortune. Unlike many public figures, he doesn't boast an empire filled with flashy businesses or global chains. What Gerson does have is consistency, discipline, and a sharp awareness of his value, both on the field and beyond it. His main source of income has long been his high-level football contracts, especially with Flamengo, where his talent was recognized with a contract that placed him among the highest-paid players in all of Brazil, with an estimated monthly salary between $1.2 million and $5 million, his paycheck reflects more than skill. It reflects a career built on hard work, major titles, and historic transfers. And when we talk about big moves, we're talking about huge ones. Gerson's transfer history alone tells the story of a player who has always been in high demand. Flamengo first signed him in 2019 for $49 million. Then he was sold to Olympique de Marseille for $25 million, only to return to Flamengo in 2023 in a record-breaking deal worth $92 million, the largest signing in Brazilian football history. That's not just a transfer, that's legacy building. Even without high-profile companies to his name, Gerson has mastered the art of using his image with precision. He appears in major campaigns for Flamengo sponsors and aligns himself with top-tier brands like Brabus, a company that, like him, is synonymous with luxury, power, and excellence. He's also a regular face at high-profile sports and social events, always balancing visibility with authenticity. And then, of course, there's social media, where Gerson's charisma shines. On Instagram alone, he's gathered more than 4 million followers, but he's not just posting for likes. Every image, every moment shared contributes to his brand, one built not only on talent but on purpose. It's this awareness that has allowed him to quietly grow his net worth, which insiders estimate is somewhere between $70 million and $90 million. While those numbers haven't been officially confirmed, one thing is clear. Gerson isn't just playing the game, he's mastering it. Charismatic, thoughtful, and strategic, he's shown that success isn't just about what you do in 90 minutes. It's about how you live, how you plan, and how you choose to carry your story forward. And you, what do you think about the way Gerson has handled his career and his wealth? Do you admire his low-key approach, or would you take a different path if you were in his shoes? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear your take. If this story inspired you or got you thinking, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other videos. There's plenty more where this came from. And trust us, you won't want to miss it.